Today's topic of presentation is Introduction to VHDL from Chapter 3, Introduction to VHDL, subject VLSI, subject code 22062. VHDL is hardware description language used for modeling digital systems made up of interconnection of components. It is used for describing hardware from the abstract to concrete level. Your V stands for very high speed integrated circuit. H stands for hardware. D stands for description and L stands for language. Now the history of VHDL. In 1981, the Institute for Defense Analysis (IDA) arranged a workshop to study various hardware description methods, need for a standard language, features required by such a standard. A group of three companies, IBM, Texas Instruments, and Intermatics, were awarded contract by American Department of Development (DoD) to develop a language, and the first version was released. The next version of VHDL was released along with Language Reference Manual (LRM) in 1985. Standardized by IEEE in 1987 as IEEE Standard 1076 to 1976 to 1987. Again, the revised version was standardized by IEEE in 1993 as IEEE Standard. So the revised version was standardized by IEEE in 1993. Advantages of VHDL and the specialities. VHDL allows the designer to work at various level of abstraction, that is behavioral, RTL, register transfer level, Boolean equation, gates. Allows for various design methodologies, top down, bottom up, delay of detail. Very flexible in its approach to describing hardware. Provides technology independence. VHDL is independent of any technology or process such as ASIC, FPGA. Pros and cons of VHDL. Advantages: increased reliability, minimum cost and design time, increased flexibility and ease with which a system can be modified, avoid design errors through use of simulation. Problem: we model our conception of the system may not accurately reflect the reality. Basic features of VHDL: concurrency, support sequential statements, can produce netlist, supports for test and simulation, strongly typed language, support hierarchies, supports for vendor defined libraries, supports multi-valued logic. VHDL programming. Let us now understand the basics of writing VHDL program for a digital circuit. For this, let us consider the fundamental sections of a basic VHDL code. So, general structure in VHDL. So, in VHDL, these are the basic structures which are needed. So, for one is entity declaration, describes the component, external interface, input and output ports, etc. Then there are architecture bodies which describe its internal implementations. Packages define global information that can be used by several entities. Configuration binds component instance for a structure design into entity architecture pairs. It allows the designer to experiment with different variations of a design by selecting different implementations. Library. A VHDL design consists of several library units, each of which is compiled and saved in design library. So here you can see a fundamental section of a basic VHDL code. So basically the VHDL code consists of the library declarations, then comes the entity declaration, and then the architecture. So in this slide you can see every piece of VHDL code is composed of at least three fundamental sections. So every VHDL code will have all these three compulsory sections and things. The first one is library declaration. It contains a list of all libraries to be used in the design. Entity specifies the input output pins of the circuit. and the architecture, which contains the VHDL code, which describes how the circuit should behave. So the entity, each entity declaration includes a list of interface signals and the types that can be used to connect it to other modules. Architecture, the behavior of the circuit and each of its component is described. The behavior may be described in structural form or maybe set of concurrent statement or set of sequential statement, or also a mixture of this above three, that is shown three, that is structural, then concurrent statements and sequential statement. So here you can see the basic concept of VHDL. So every entity, and in that entity there is a architecture. The library is a collection of commonly used pieces of code. So placing such pieces inside a library allows them to be reused or shared by other designs. The typical structure of library is as shown here. So in the library you have packages, and in packages you have function, procedure, components, constant, types. Package is a collection of codes of commonly used data, type, definition, declaration of signal and components. It allows the sharing of different types of data types, signals and components among design entities which access the package. It is stored in computer file system at a location specified by its name. The library declarations, definition and declaration provided in the package can be used in any source code file by including the statement. The syntax is as follows. Library is the reserved word, and then comes the library name, and then the use library name dot package name dot all. Here use is a reserved word used for accessing the package, and the library name represents the location in the computer file system where the package is stored. Library may be a system library or a user library. The package name is specified by a package specified by a name, which may a system library, which may a system, maybe from a system library or a user library. And all is used to have access to the entire package. Library declarations. At least three packages from three different libraries are usually needed in a design. One is IEEE library, which have interconnection data types. Then you have a standard logic arithmetic set of arithmetic library of IEEE. Then work library, where the design is saved, and the standard library. Now in standard logic type, U stands for uninitialized, X stands for forcing strong driven unknown, 0 stands for forcing strong driven 0, 1 stands for forcing strong driven 1, Z for high impedance, W for weakly driven unknown, L for weak 0 models a pull down, H weak 1 models a pull up, and hyphen stands for don't care. Now here you can see the operators used in the while with the VHDL coding. So the logical operators which you can use are NOT and NAND, or NOR, XOR, XNOR. Then you can use arithmetic, that is addition, subtraction, multiplication is shown by asterisk, division by a slash. Then you have comparison, shift and concatenation operators, and the data types are also shown here in this slide. So the different types of data which you will be using in the program is bit vector, standard logic vector, standard U logic vector, integer, signed, unsigned. VHDL objects or data objects. In VHDL code, information is represented as signals, variables and constants, which are referred to as data objects. There are three basic object types in VHDL. One is signal, which represents the interconnections that connects components and ports. Signals basically represents wires in a circuit. Variables are similar to signals, but they do not have physical significance in the circuit. Used for local storage within a process. Variables are used in function, procedure and process. Constant is a fixed value. Now, these are the various VHDL data types. So in that it is categorized as access, then you have scalar and composite. In scalar you have integer, real, enumerated and physical. And in composite you have array and record. These are the predefined data types. Bit is a predefined data type for 0 or 1. Bit vector is nothing but the array of bits. Integer, real, time. Physical time is a physical data type. Declaration of data objects. A signal is declared as the reserved word called as signal, then the signal name, colon, and the type name. Signal type. The mostly common used signal types are bit vector, standard logic vector, integer, enumeration, boolean. Declaration of data objects. Signal type. Bit. This is a type is predefined signal type in VHDL. Objects of bit type can have the value 0 or 1. See, for example, signal A, bit. Bit vector. This is also predefined type. It is used to declare a group of elements of the same type together as a single object, such as byte. It is declared as signal, reserved word, then byte, colon, bit vector 7 down to 0. So here you can see the 8 bits are declared. So byte is assigned 11001001. Another example here is shown, signal byte bit vector 124. So here it is a declaration of 4 bits. Then next is integer. It is similar to mathematical integer. An integer signal represents a binary number of 32 bits, and hence it can represent the numbers from -2 raised to 31 minus 1 to 2 raised to 31 minus 1. And it is also possible to declare integer with fewer bits using the range keyword. Example, signal B, integer range -127 to 127. Enumeration. This type of signal can have user specified possible values of the signal. Its type declaration has the least value separated by commas. Type traffic light state is reset, stop, wait and go. So this is user defined. Physical is also user defined and can be user defined range. Physical type example is shown here. Type resistance is range 0 to 100,000 K. So here you can see units, ohm, kilo ohm is equal to 1000 ohms and mega ohm is equal to 1000 kilo ohms. So and unit. So time units are the only predefined physical type in VHDL. Signal type, standard logic. This type of data object was added to VHDL standard in IEEE standard 1164. For using this type, the following two statements are to be included. Library IEEE use IEEE dot standard underscore logic underscore 1164 dot all. Standard logic vector. This type is an extension of bit vector type. It represents an array of standard logic objects. A signal declaration statement can be signal A, B, C. Standard logic vector 3 down to 0. The use of standard logic vector type also require access to standard logic 1164 package. Declaration of data object, signal type boolean. This is type of object has two values, true or false, where true is equivalent to 1 and false is 0. Boolean type is predefined type, and the declaration is as shown: signal lockout colon boolean. Now next is variable data object. A variable is declared as variable variable, a reserved word, then a variable name colon variable type. Assignment operator is used for variable. Example, variable temp colon integer. So here temp is assigned as 0. Then one more example is shown here. Variable sum integer range 0 to 100. Assigned 10. Variable found done boolean.